listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a lovely day here in Gwinnett County. A little breezy, 46 degrees, going up to a high of 53, but it's pretty nice. I've been out early this morning. All I needed was a light jacket, which is kind of cool. I got to tell y'all something real quick. So my husband's grandmother passed away, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, and she's in Jersey. And so I've been like really fussing about like rain and cold. Well, I got to go to Jersey Thursday. Yep, I'm leaving and flying out to Jersey for the funeral. And I had to go buy a coat yesterday because I don't have a coat. Because all I have is sweaters. Because even on our coldest days, I don't go out the house pretty much. And so and we don't have a whole lot of cold days here in Georgia. Like we have some cold ones, but not like going to Jersey. So I got to go to Jersey Thursday, and I had to go out and buy a coat. And my brother had given me a Lane Bryant gift card in 2017. I lost the card twice. I finally found it last year, and I put it in my drawer, so I'm going to put it right here. I didn't really lose it. It was in the house somewhere, but you know how you lose stuff in the house? It was in the house. And I finally found it last year, and I put it in the drawer, and I said, okay, I'm going to go and buy me something. You know, with this, Lane Bryant had pretty nice clothes. And I forgot about it again last year. I don't think it was even last year. I think it was year before last. In 19, I found it. So still, that was 2 years ago. So I've been had the gift card, y'all, a $75 gift card since 2017. It is now 2021. And I thought about it yesterday. I said, you know what? I'm going to take that gift card and go buy me a coat. Well, I get to Lane Bryant's up in Snellville. They had one coat, y'all. I'm talking about for real. It was one coat. It was on sale. It was crazy. It was one coat hanging on the rack. It was a coat that I actually liked, and it was a coat in my actual size. And I said, thank God. It was so, I said to myself, how weird is that I would find this, keep my card, go to Lane Bryant. They have one, literally there was one coat. And the girl said, well, do you want to shop for something else? I was like, nope, I came only for this coat. And it was sitting right there. And I liked the coat. That was a crazy thing. It was like, I didn't even have to think about it. I was like, oh, that's a nice coat. It was one, and it was in my size. That was the craziest thing. But look, let me tell you something. You know and I know that God will work it out the way it's supposed to work out. And I was like, wow, that is crazy. But anyway, I got to go to Jersey on Thursday. I wish I was going for a better reason. But, you know, this is a part of life, and this is what it is. So I'm going to Jersey Thursday. My friend told me yesterday it's cold. She's like, nah, it's really cold. You need a coat. Which I knew that already. It's February. Well, it's March now. And so listen, because Jersey will be cold all the way through May. So I already know that. I spent plenty of years being cold, like in April. Like, man, I can't believe it's snowing in April. Like, yeah, because that's the kind of stuff Jersey does. But anyway, happy to be here with you today. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Today is, listen to this. Listen. Today is National Banana Cream Pie Day. Yeah, Banana Cream Pie Day. Oof. I don't even know what banana cream pie tastes like. I don't really like banana pudding. So I can't even imagine I like bananas. But I don't like banana anything except for banana nut bread. That's the only thing I think I like bananas in. I don't like banana pudding. Like I would eat the cookies out of the banana pudding. So I don't even know what banana cream pie tastes like. It probably tastes good though. But anyway, today is National Banana Cream Pie Day. So if you like banana cream pie, get your fix. Don't get too much because that's a carb. I know bananas is the fruit part, but all the rest of that stuff is probably a nice carb. All right. I'm excited. And the reason I'm excited today is because I started something called Talk Business Tuesday. So y'all know I've been talking business on Tuesday. Well, the first Tuesday of every month, we're going to talk tech. And so I'm so happy that my friend Chris Hood is going to be my guest every first Tuesday of the month to talk about technology and how you can use technology to make your life, your business easier. Because, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, technology is not going anywhere. When you can walk up to your refrigerator and ask for the directions to where you got to go, that's technology. And that's where we are. Like, there are refrigerators out there that have computers built right into the front of the refrigerator. So don't think we're getting away from technology. But see, my goal right now is to bring you the best of the best people along with myself to help you navigate business and navigate life and leverage all the things that we know Chris is amazing when it comes to this technology thing. We're going to be talking about local SEO later. And I've been an entrepreneur for 24 years, so I know a little something about starting and running a business and failing. I can tell you all of that. When you got too many things, too many irons in the fire, I can tell you all of that. And also I want you to follow me on my journey of building this beer company, or spirits company. I got a name for it, so maybe some other things coming down the pike with the beer, but it's a spirits company. And I want you to follow me and Chris, follow our journeys. Let us help you do your thing. Let us help you dream. Most of all, let us help you dream, right? Because a lot of times you want to do something, but you're afraid. I want you to come along with me and dream. So as I build this beer company, I want you to dream about the things you want to do, and then jump on here and ask us a question. Like, listen, there's a way for you to chat with me on Good Morning Gwinnett. I don't know if you guys know that. If you go to my Spreaker, if you go look for Good Morning Gwinnett on Spreaker, there is a way for you to chat live with me while I'm on the air. Now, here's the thing. I'm normally talking so much I may miss the chat, but if I know people are tuning in because they have a question, tune in and ask your question right on Spreaker. So that's Spreaker, SPREAKER.com, and look for Good Morning Gwinnett, and there's a chat feature there because I'm on live 4 days a week. Chris is going to be here on the first Tuesday of every month talking about technology and how to leverage that to make your life easier and grow your business. I'm going to be talking about business. I'm going to give you some Gwinnett news now. I'm going to tell you what's going on around Gwinnett first, and then we're going to come on and we're going to talk tech and talk business on Tuesdays. And then on Thursdays, I bring you another amazing guest every Thursday where you get to hear their stories, their journeys about what they're doing, whether they be community leaders or business owners or activists or politicians or government officials. That's on Thursday. So my goal for this show is to always make it better. And I gotta tell you this, I'm gonna be launching a new podcast called She Brews. So be looking out for that. I'll give you more information about that soon as I get everything in place. And that's probably gonna be launching in the next couple of weeks, She Brews. And that's all about me learning how to brew beer. Yes, because I'm launching a breakfast beer for Good Morning Gwinnett. So I got a lot going on, but I'm happy and excited about it, and I'm glad you tune in every day. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen for today, March the 2nd. Yes, it is. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Get friends to help you with the preparations. If boredom has set in, find a new and unique direction that offer interesting friendships. Your ability to dazzle others with your unique and innovative ideas will attract attention. I'm talking about that right now. Listen, Aries, if you got a unique and innovative idea, don't be afraid to go and tell people. Here's the thing, though. You want to protect your ideas. So before you go talking out the mouth, get you some NDAs. That's a non-disclosure agreement. Put it on the table, especially if you think it's something that's really, really good that somebody can swipe up and steal. Now, that being said, there are really no original ideas out there for real. They're just the way people think about things, and then you may come along and make that thing better. But in any event, protect yourself. So get your NDA and put it in place. Taurus, outdoor sports events should entice you. You can make a difference if you offer help at functions that involve children. Keep an eye on your weight. Don't listen, Taurus. I ate a plum so far this morning. I'm going to drink a protein shake when I get off the air. Watch your weight. Keep an eye on your weight. Because one of the things that I know for a fact in life is you only have one life. You only have one body. So you want to try to make it as healthy as possible. Now, I have been guilty of not doing that, but I can tell you over the last 3 years, I've been doing my very, very best to be healthy. I've lost a lot of weight because I had surgery. I had gastric bypass in 2018. I've kept it all off, thank God. And now I'm working harder to drop the last 35 pounds that I want to lose. I want to be too skinny, y'all. I don't want to be skinny at all, actually. I know some people are like, oh my God, you still fat? Yep, I am. And I want to keep some of my curves. So that's why I only got 35 pounds left, and I'm cool with that. I'm almost cool with being where I am right now. But that last 35 pounds, I want to get it off. So I'm working hard to get the last 35 pounds off. Now, the first 120 pounds came off really easy because of the surgery. This last 35, yeah, it's kicking my butt. I got to put in some real effort with this one. And it's okay. I'm game for it. All right, Gemini, don't let them blame you. Take some time out. You need a change of pace. Listen, don't let them blame you. Put your hand up and say time out. Time out. Take some time out and go do something different. Go to the park. Sunday was so beautiful. It was 80 degrees here Sunday. It's 49. It's going to be 49 today. Crazy, right? But Sunday was 80. And when I tell you people were out in the park, it was so many people out in the park. I just kind of drove by because there was a lot of folks. It was beautiful. So go out and get you some sunshine today. Now, if you're on my side of the world in Georgia here, Gemini, it's kind of cloudy, so you may not be able to get any sunshine, but you can get a lot of fresh air, a lot of brisk, cool, fresh air. Just me thinking about that makes me feel good. Cancer. Passion will be your only answer. You should be able to get involved in an interesting proposition today. You probably aren't getting straight answers to your questions. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about questions. I asked some questions and I got my head chewed off. So I'm just saying to myself, you know what? I'm not asking any questions. I don't give a crap. Whatever it is what it is. So here's the thing, Cancer. You probably aren't getting straight answers to your questions, and you probably won't. Especially if you ask certain people, you just won't. So just give it up. Don't even stress yourself out. Just, you know what? You're not going to get the right answer. You're not going to get the answer you're looking for because those people don't know how to communicate well, and so you're not going to get it. So don't even stress yourself out, Cancer. Just don't. Leo. The great outdoors will allow you to teach youngsters some of the things you learned when growing up. You will be entertained and intrigued by the logic foreigners possess. All right? You need some excitement in your life, and meeting new people in exotic destinations will certainly satisfy your desires. Ooh, I need some excitement in my life. Yeah, my company, though, this beer company is exciting me. Just the thought of me coming up with ideas. So I was talking to someone yesterday, and they told me I got to go to a flavoring company to get the flavors that I want. I'm like, a flavor? So I'm going to document all this, y'all, so y'all can see me walk through this process. They told me I had to go to a flavoring company so I can so they can mix up my flavors and, you know, do the doses right. I'm like, wow, really? So I feel like a chemist almost. So I'm excited about it. Virgo, do your own thing. Don't wait to give anyone fuel for the fire. You may feel a need to make changes to your legal documents. Do your own thing. Don't even worry about them, Virgo. Just do your own thing. Don't even sweat them. All right? I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the news. And then we're going to talk to Chris. Stay tuned.
I have loved you quite some time. Thinking about the day that we met. I love to see you smile. Can't take my eyes off your silhouette. So today
favorite songs, y'all. I got some favorite songs that I play on this show, and that is one of them. I'm sitting here just rocking to the beat because that's a cool beat. So it's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the Daily Horoscopes, brought to you by Know the Astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Like, I'm all happy. Libra. You have the stamina and determination to succeed. You can make a huge difference to children if you're able to put yourself in their shoes. You'll be able to close any deals successfully. All right, Libra, you got the determination to succeed, and everything you touch today is going to succeed. So if you're trying to close a deal, today is the day. Go ahead and make it happen, baby. Scorpio, don't let domestic problems interfere with your objectives. You will meet new romantic partners if you get involved in seminars or travel. You may have personal problems, but professional duties might be pressing. All right, listen, don't let domestic problems interfere with your objectives. Just put that junk on the back burner. Not that it's junk, okay? Take care of it. Speak your mind, say what you got to say, and then don't sit there and dwell on it. Because sometimes you could be in an argument and fight by yourself domestically, and nothing gets done. Trust me. Sagittarius, take on positions that offer on-the-job training or pay for courses related to the business. Yes, you can anger others quickly today. Avoid overspending on items for your home. Be an observer before getting involved. Listen, take a position that offers on-the-job training. When I had a job, and that's been a very long time ago, I would always take the on-the-job trainings. I was always learning. I'm still always learning. I'm always learning something. That's why I'm so excited to have Chris on me this morning, because he's gonna be talking. I should have titled today's episode "Talking SEO with Chris Hood," because and I think I'm gonna go back and retitle that, because he has given me so much stuff about SEO, it's gonna take me 52 weeks to get through everything on this list. So we may be talking SEO with Chris Hood for the next 52 weeks or 50, because I'm gonna take a week off. Matter of fact, I won't be here on Thursday I will be here Thursday. I don't fly to after I get off the show. Yeah, I did that purposely to make sure I could talk to you guys. But anyway, let me keep it moving, because Chris will be on in like 2 minutes. It's Capricorn. Am I on Capricorn? Yeah, Capricorn. Try to mix business with pleasure while traveling. Opportunities for travel and communication are evident. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself and your personal situation. Take a long, hard look at yourself. I do that every day. I look at myself every day like this. Okay, now what can I improve about me today? Not the world, not the people I live with, me. What can I improve about me? Take a long, hard look at yourself today, Capricorn, and see what it is you can make better about yourself. Not nobody else, just you. Aquarius, try to find another time to present work or ideas today. Do what can help them, but don't neglect your own family. Opportunities to get out with clients are your best interest. All right, that's Chris, y'all. I'm bringing him in. I'm sorry, y'all got to hit the ring. Hold on. Hello, good morning. Give me 1 minute, Chris. 1 minute.
You got it.
And we'll be
All
ready
right.
to start. I'm excited. This is so funny, right? So my show is live, and anything can happen on the show. So I couldn't figure out how to turn the ringer off so it didn't ring in the show. So my listeners got to hear the phone ring, and that's okay. Next time, y'all, I'll figure it out. But today, I want to make sure I bring Chris on. In the meantime, I'm going to finish up the horoscopes, and then we're going to talk. We're going to talk some SEO. That's what I should have titled the show, SEO. Sit tight, Chris. I'm almost finished. All right. What was I at? Aquarius. Try to find time to present work or ideas today. All right. Do what you can to help them, but don't neglect your own family. Opportunities to get out with clients or colleagues will be in your best interest. Yes, don't neglect. Listen, you can help people, but remember, you have a family at home, Aquarius, so don't neglect your family. I get it. We want to be good to everybody, but you got a family at home too, so just remember that, because that'll come back and bite you in the butt. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, your devotion will be persuasive. You must take care of health problems that have been lingering. A little rest would do wonders. Listen, I'm trying to be good to myself, and I suggest you fish do the same. Listen, take care of yourself. We get one body. We get one life. Take care of yourself. And trust me when I know a little rest will do wonders. I know. When I get rest on, because Sunday is my rest day. Y'all can tell I have a good Sunday because I come in Monday and I'm talking a lot. That's because I had a good Sunday. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Know the Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Now, let's get on with our show. Oh, I'm so happy. Chris Hood, thank you so much for coming on here and talking tech on Tuesday with me.
Oh, absolutely. It's my pleasure. I'm really excited to try to share some knowledge and help some businesses out and answer any questions that anybody might have about marketing technology or software in general, or how to drive more traffic to their website for their business. Anything and everything. We have a motto here. We're always happy to help, and so this is just one of our many ways of trying to do that for local businesses.
Thank you. So listen, I met Chris last year when I opened up the Noise Factory studio. I was only there for a good 2 months, y'all, before COVID hit, and it just sent me running because I was so afraid to be anywhere around anybody because I had lost my uncle like right after I came from Podfest. And then 2 weeks after that, I lost the best man at my wedding. And of course, y'all already know I lost my mom earlier this year to COVID. So I was running scared. So I shut my studio down. And I didn't get to see Chris again, but he did reach out to me on a platform called Alignable, and we reconnected. So I'm so glad that we reconnected. So Chris, tell people a little bit about what you do, because I know, so Chris and I are going to be talking tech, but Chris sent me all this stuff about SEO, and I was like, it's going to take me 52 weeks to get through just SEO alone, which is a good thing. But before we get into SEO today, tell us a little bit about your company and what you do.
Sure. So I run a small digital marketing agency right out of Decatur, Georgia, and we handle really all aspects of online marketing, and we collectively we call ourselves the conversion mill. I've got about 12, 15 people on my team actively right now, handling everything from search engine optimization, paid search ad optimization and management, email marketing. One of the things that I think I'm most passionate about is conversion optimization, hence the name of the company, the Conversion Mill. Mm-hmm. And a conversion is just simply, anytime a user takes some type of desired action on your website, whether that's, signing up for receiving an email newsletter or placing a phone call or even completing an order, on your website, any of those actions can be considered conversions based on, what type of business and what type of website you have. And our goal is to maximize the number of conversions that a business gets through their website. It's also about, we do a lot with branding and awareness with a lot of our campaigns. And then we also do some software development, website design, mobile application development, and a good bit with CRMs, which is simply just a tool to help manage, your accounts and your leads, and give your sales team kind of an organized way to manage all of the leads that they're working and the people that they have to contact on a regular basis. So, in a nutshell, pretty much anything that you can do online to promote your business or sell your products and services with it.
So my show, this show talks to a lot of local business owners and small business owners and solopreneurs, and I think a lot of times they are so busy trying to figure out how to just make the business stay afloat to trying to figure out how to market and grow the business. It's like the second thing, next to trying to keep the doors open, keep the lights on, and keep the website up. So we're gonna talk about SEO, but I want you to explain to people first what SEO is, and then the first step that a business should take when they're even thinking about SEO. Because I know you sent me an extensive list. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what question to start. So I'm gonna let you tell us first of all, what is SEO, and second of all, where to even start as a small business, especially a small business with a limited budget. They may not be able to hire you because I don't know what size businesses you work with, but a lot of these are small business owners, mom and pop stores, and solopreneurs and startups. So they may not even be able to hire you. And the other thing too, they may not even be able to get around to doing all this stuff. So how can they even get it done when it's just them? I know there's a lot,
absolutely.
So you can break it down.
So that's a problem that's common with so many entrepreneurs, especially in the early years. Is we have to wear so many hats, and it's not just about selling our product. It's doing, all the relations and managing your supply chains and keeping your doors open and employees, showing up on time. And there's just so many facets to running a business that, it's hard to make sure that you've got a handle on everything sometimes. And that's where, an agency or a partner like us or anybody, there's tons of great agencies out there that specialize in all different types of work. But, a good agency is going to take a lot of those tasks like SEO, managing your website, building your ad campaigns, things like that off your plate. So that then, as the business owner, you can work on, making sure that your actions are staying in line with your vision, for the business, and that bills are getting paid and customers are getting serviced, and all that. So I know that I'm a little biased in saying it, but I really think that, it's important for us as entrepreneurs to find good partners to help us, take on these tasks so that we can focus on the things that matter to us and the things that we're passionate about in our business, and not have to worry about all the minutia of, do I have my Google My Business listing up to date? That's something that you can easily offload to someone else to make sure that they have it done. So you don't have to, if I'm trying to sell ice cream out of my ice cream shop, I don't care to learn all the ins and outs of SEO, right? I just want to know that it's done so that customers know how to find me.
Right.
And so again, whether it's a company like the Conversion Mill or any of the other great agencies out there, I highly recommend as a business owner to find that ideal partner for your business, and that and make sure that they are actually doing the things to help drive customers and revenue to you. And in search engine optimization or SEO is really one of the key components of making a website actually work for your business. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and there's a lot of different facets to search engine optimization. There's a lot of different things that can be done, a lot of different specialties within search engine optimization that we'll kind of get into. And today, I really wanted to focus on local SEO. And but I think, in order to understand that, we have to kind of understand search engine optimization on a higher level, right? And search engine optimization is really just the tactics that we use to try to make our website rank higher on search engine results pages whenever a user searches for something that's related to our business or our products or the services that we're trying to sell. So, I always like to go back to the ice cream shop example. If I'm running an ice cream shop, and I want people to come find my new, flavor of the month or whatever, type of ice cream that I'm trying to sell in my local area, there are certain keywords that people can type into Google or Bing or whatever search engine that they choose to use to try to find products that I'm selling, right? And the idea is, as a business owner, I want to show up first whenever somebody, searches for chocolate ice cream or chocolate ice cream cones or, something like that. And so there's a lot of different tactics and strategies that we can use to help make sure that our website shows up above our competitors at the top of the page on page 1 of Google whenever somebody searches for that keyword. And local SEO kind of takes it a step further, and where SEO, we're trying to show up as high as possible for keywords that are related to us. Local SEO really kind of narrows down the search window, kind of, if you will, to people who are local within a certain radius of my brick and mortar store. So the idea with local SEO is to is to show up to searchers, looking for my products or services or business within, say, like a 15-mile radius or within my city limits, so that we can actually drive people to come to the website, find out about us, and then travel to our brick and mortar to actually get our goods or services. So in a nutshell, again, local SEO is really geared towards driving people physically to the business. And what's interesting is, there are literally millions upon millions of searches done on Google every single day. And 46% of all searches that happen on Google have some type of what we call local intent, which just simply means that it's someone within our service area who is looking to buy a product or service. So nearly half of all searches, people are looking for something to learn more about a local business, whether it's their product or service or what have you. And then 29% of all those searches, in the search results page, there will be a Google Maps listing that actually shows the user where your business is physically located. So they're doing their local search, and in one step, they know exactly where you're at if you rank high enough.
I'm sorry. I got it's so funny. And I just wanted to say this real quick. So I did I started out doing SEO when I got the studio. So I wanted people to find me. I made sure I did the Google My Business. I put all this stuff in, right? And I forgot which software I was using some software. I forgot what it was, but it would go and check everything and then come back, and I had like all these red marks, like, nope, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. It was crazy. It was like a checkup, and so I thought I had did all these things right. But what I can tell you guys is this: the littlest thing, like a zip code, if you put ST versus street, like you show up so many crazy ways. And I was like, oh, that doesn't match. That doesn't. It was like red everywhere. It's like you went to school and you got an F on a term paper. So yeah. That's what my SEO looked like. So what Chris is telling you is some good information. So I'm sorry, I just wanted to jump in and say that because I was thinking about that and I was like, yeah, I just messed that whole thing up.
Yeah, and so that's actually a big part of local SEO strategy. What you just described is what we call NAP, or the name, address, phone number citations that we list for our businesses. And Google, they go out to these different directories and different websites where you can list your business. So like things like your Google My Business listing, or your Bing Places for Business listing, or your Yelp listing. Your Facebook business page listing, and Google and other search engines actually look for consistency between all of those listings. So there's literally like thousands of places where you can go and list your business online and get a backlink, to your website to try to help drive traffic. But what you just touched on is super, super important. If I have all of these listings, if I have my business listed on, 150 different other websites, but there's small inconsistencies between all of those listings. Maybe, maybe a phone number is outdated, or my address is outdated, or or there's some other type of inconsistency in the listing. Maybe in one I listed my business with LLC at the end, and on another listing I didn't include that. All those little inconsistencies start to kind of create this sense of like doubt for search engines that this information is correct, or even worse, that this business is legitimate. So it's very, very important that everywhere you go to list your business, whether it's these directories or, like I say, like Google My Business and Facebook pages and things like that, it's critical that we have all of our key information updated and correct across all of those listings. Because if Google goes out and they search all these other websites and they say, that my ice cream shop is listed, but the website is link is broken, or the phone number is different, or whatever, then they're less likely to trust those listings, and by not trusting those listings as much as they could or should, then I'm not going to rank as high in the search engine results pages whenever somebody does a search for my business or for a product that I'm trying to sell.
So Chris,
and again,
so now I know that's all good information. I know that I've tried to do it, and I went to a company and they helped me get it right, and then I had to move out of my studio, so it's probably all wrong again. But for the small business that's listening right now, what are some of the first steps that they can do to actually get that? But let's say the citations part right, because I know that's the part I looked at before. I got a report about it, and it was like all wrong. And it's literally like one had a different phone number, maybe two of them had the same. It was crazy. Yeah. Like phone numbers was a big thing, and so even though both of those phones will ring because they are still active numbers, they didn't match up. So I got a red flag for that. Not right. So where can a small business even just? I know. Listen, guys, we're gonna be talking about this a lot more, because to me this is one of the most important things. I know you have Facebook marketing and all this other stuff, and we're going to probably talk about that later on down in a different episode, but right now we want to give you a starting point to start where you can on the budget that you're on. So what would be some of those starting points where they are right now?
Absolutely. So there's a couple of really great tools out there to help make sure that we have all of our citations accurate and correct. A couple of those tools, Yext is probably one of the bigger ones. With the Yext tool, you can actually go in and type in, your website address, and they'll actually go out and crawl all of these other known directories that might have your business listing published, and they'll come back with a report to show you, the different sites where you're listed or where you're not listed, and any inconsistencies in your business listing. And then, you can go through one by one and update or add your information to all of those directories. There's a number of tools out there like that. Like I say, Yext is probably one of the bigger and more well-known ones. And it's a good tool for doing a quick check, to see where you're at and how you're listed. But before I would even do any of that, my recommendation would be to make sure that you have your business listed correctly in about 3 or 4 key areas. Make sure that you have a Google My Business page. That is going to be the linchpin of everything that you do. And we need to make sure that we have everything correct there, because that's a tool by Google that is designed specifically for listing local businesses. So they put Google puts the most weight in ranking factors based on what's in your Google My Business profile. So it's imperative that we have that listing. If we're not on Google My Business, honestly, when it comes to search results, you may as well not exist.
I just want to jump in real quick. Every time you hear somebody talk about ranking, right, they never say, hey, I'm going to show you how to rank on Bing, or I'm going to show you how to rank on Yahoo. It's always, let me show you how to rank on Google. Why is, and Microsoft and Yahoo are still pretty big, aren't they? So why is it just Google? Because you never hear anybody say that. I want to get you to the top, the number one spot on Google. I never hear anybody say Bing or Yahoo or any other. I don't even know if there are any search engines other than those 3. But why is that?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Google, we, in the United States are so ingrained in Google that it has actually become a verb. You commonly hear people say, oh, I Googled this, or go Google, whatever. And what they mean is, go to Google search engine, type in what you're looking for, and find the information that you need. And one of the reasons why that is, Google owns about 85% of the search share on the web. in the United States. So what that means essentially is about 85 out of 100 searches that happen on Google.
Wow.
And Microsoft has done a decent job of trying to recapture some of that search share. They kind of stay around the 13 to 15% market share for search, and then everybody else like Yahoo, Dogpile, WebCrawler, DuckDuckGo, all those other guys. They're all good search engines as well, but they just, for whatever reason, haven't been able to break into the market to take down, the big Google. So that's why, we don't really hear a whole lot about Bing. Nobody says, "Hey, go Bing this," right?
Right. Right.
And that's why they just don't have nearly as much of the market share when it comes to search. So a lot of times when you hear people talk about SEO and what they need to do to improve their rankings, they're talking about specifically improving their rankings with Google, because they own that lion's share of the search.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And you're right. I've never heard anybody say "Go Bing me." That's true.
Right.
Yeah. So Google My Business, that's the first place to start. And I think that's now we know why it's really important. 85%, that's a lot. So you talking about the other two may have 3 and 4% of the market share, or 7 to 8% of the market share. So that's pretty strong. Now let me ask you this: with that being said, is there opportunity, because there are not a lot of people searching over there, to niche it down better if you go and get listed in like Bing and Yahoo, or does it make sense to just do that? If that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's another great question. So what's really interesting is, even though Google owns 85% of the search share, like, we know we can improve our visibility, with Google, but it's going to have a certain impact on our business. Bing has a lot of similar tools as Google does. So where Google has Google My Business, where we can list our business profile and everything from our location to our hours of operation and stuff like that. Bing has a similar tool called Bing Places for Business, where we can do, list our business and our products and services with them. Now, one thing that's interesting, we might get more traffic and more, exposure through Google, but, research has shown that people on Bing are actually more inclined to buy and take action than the vast majority of users that find us through Google.
Wow.
Which is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it does make sense, to make sure that you're listed in both places, and that all of our information is correct in both areas. Because even though, Google, we may get more exposure with Google, we're likely to get more actual, like, direct action results from listings on Bing or even Yelp, if it's a certain type of business, and even our Facebook business page, so again, yeah, even though Google owns, the vast majority of search share, it's definitely important that we make sure that we are listed in all these other areas as well. The key ones, in my opinion, really being, the Bing Places for Business listing. So we need to make sure we're there. Yelp, to make sure that we have claimed our business listing with them and that everything's correct over there. Also with our Facebook business page. And I see a lot of people confuse a Facebook page with just setting up a second profile. And there's some really important distinctions that need to be made between a profile and a business page on Facebook. Mm-hmm. A profile is not going to do you a whole lot of good. And profiles are set up really just like our own personal news feed, where we go out and we connect with all of our friends and all that. Whereas with a Facebook page for business, we actually get the benefits of those, that NAP listing, the name, address, and phone number, and also we can create ads to promote our page on Facebook to try to reach a new audience. So there's two different things, or types of accounts with Facebook, and we need to make sure that we are actively creating a Facebook page and not just another profile for our business. And then I think those are going to be our biggest starting points.
Okay.
As far as getting our businesses listed.
Okay. Quick question for you. So, I know you said local SEO is geared more towards the brick and mortar, but if you're a consultant and you don't actually have a brick and mortar, you do all your, your meetings at Starbucks, would that not benefit you as well?
Oh man, you're asking all the perfect questions today. So yes. So, if I were a kind of a consulting nomad, right? So like exactly what you said, like I conduct all my meetings either at Starbucks or I go to some type of like co-work space or I just go to my client's office. I don't need to advertise a location. Google has actually made accommodations for that with Google My Business, and Bing has as well. They in both cases, we can actually choose to not publish a physical location, and instead, what we do is we tell Google and Bing what our service area is. So, if I'm a traveling consultant, I can go in and I've still got to put in my address so that Google and Bing can verify me. But instead of having that listing, maybe it's my home address that I use. Instead of having that show up in the search results or the maps whenever somebody finds me online, I can just simply say that I service all of Gwinnett or all of Georgia or all of Atlanta, whatever my service radius should be. I can set that within those accounts so that then Google still knows that I'm relevant for any searcher who's in Gwinnett County looking for a business consultant.
Oh, cool. That's cool. I didn't know that. So, I just thought about that because I know that, I hear a lot of people going, we're going to do local marketing, local SEO, local marketing. And so when you said local SEO was, geared towards the brick and mortar, I'm like, well, that kind of counts out a lot of people. Now, let me ask you this because I'm sitting here and I'm listening and I'm kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of person. Let me say this. I've been a solopreneur for so long. I have become a do-it-yourself kind of person. However, listen to this, guys. If you're trying to grow the business, you're gonna have to bring people on your team. Maybe not full time, but you need to bring them on per project or per event or whatever it is you're trying to do. So that being said, I know that there's somebody that's going to go to Yext and they're going to go to Google My Business. They're going to do Yelp. They're going to do Bing for Places, and they're going to do Facebook pages. They're going to do it all. They're going to go do it themselves. But there's somebody listening right now, Chris, is saying, I don't know how to do any of that, nor do I want to do any of that. Do you have like startup packages for people just to get started? How do you first of all, who do you work with? Who do you work with? Small, medium, micro businesses? Who do you work with?
So over the years, we've kind of developed a niche of working with, what's considered traditionally small to medium-sized business. So businesses that have anywhere from 15 to about 200 employees, and we do a lot with manufacturing and processing. That being said, though, I'm passionate about helping small business. Period. So mom and pop. The guy who just has a dream and needs to get started. I really enjoy fighting for the small guy, and hearing what kind of vision people have for this thing that they're passionate about, and then working with them on, their budget, their timeline, to make this a reality. So it's, I hate to throw numbers out there because everything we do is slightly custom.
Okay.
There is no cookie cutter, like stamp that I can say, oh, well, you're a startup, so it's going to cost you this, and we'll have it done in 6 weeks.
Right.
Unfortunately, every business is unique as the individual who had the vision to start it up to begin with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it could be that they only want help with managing a Google Ads account,
Mm-hmm.
or they only want help with integrating a CRM into their email marketing, or things like that. So I really like to, with any consult that I do, listen, and see, how it is, or where we can have the highest amount of impact for the customer. And then based on that conversation, and what either tools they need, or what software they need developed, or what campaign they need launched, then we'll work on work out a budget and get it done.
Cool.
So that being said, though, I mean, if you go talk to to either us or really any agency, I would say be prepared to have a startup or an onboarding investment, and that can vary depending on how much you already have set up yourself. If you already have a Google My Business listing and a Facebook page and all these things already set up, you already have Google Analytics installed on your website, and you already have a Search Console account, and all that kind of stuff, then your onboarding fee is going to be significantly less than if you had nothing,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I would say, expect, that initial onboarding fee to be somewhere in the neighborhood of, $1,500 and up, depending on what all has to be done to get you up to best practices standards, right? And then depending on, what type of work needs to be done, I would say expect to budget somewhere between, 500 and up, depending on what, per month, on what all needs to be done. If all you're doing is looking for someone to help you with email marketing, it might be a little bit less, depending on, do they need to create templates, for your account, and is it going to be, unique content every week or every month? Are they going to have to write, the content, or something you're going to provide? All those things kind of go into determining what the final, monthly price is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And, so not to discourage anyone, or make it seem out of reach. It's just, there's quite honestly a ton of work that goes into,
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's SEO or email marketing or, conversion optimization. But I would say that those are probably, realistic, numbers for onboarding and for, a monthly retainer, service based on, I would say a minimal amount of work that would need to be done to, get that client up to the best practice standards, and then, actually embark on doing the work, each month. And again, depending on, the amount of services that they want each month, it can go up from there,
I could tell you, for me, I've been a solopreneur for so long, and it took me, and I've always had somebody to kind of help me do something along the way, but as I move into a phase where I'm trying to scale right now, I know that I need people on my team, that I can go to and say, hey, listen, I need you to handle this, or I need you to let me just handle the things that I like. I don't know if I told you, Chris, and I probably didn't, but so Good Morning Gwinnett is my love, right? I love Good Morning Gwinnett.
Great.
And I am launching a breakfast beer. And so people probably think I'm nuts, and probably am, but to me, it's always about what's going to make people really want to get involved with Good Morning Gwinnett, what's going to make people rally around it as a community program, what's going to show people what's possible for them. That's why I'm so happy to be doing Talk Tech Tuesday once a month with you, and I do Talk Business Tuesday every Tuesday after that. Because I think people need to understand, if you have a dream, you can do the dream. I've launched plenty of dreams by myself, but to scale a dream and make it outlive you, you're going to need a team of people. And so we know, Chris and I know that technology is not going anywhere. It's going to be here forever. It's not going anywhere. It's probably going to be more technology here than people pretty soon. It's not going anywhere. So if you're thinking about, scaling a business, you need to put people in place. And here's the thing. I know a lot of you guys are startups. I know that. But you have to really sit down for a second and say, you know what? What is it that I'm trying to do? And what is it that I'm willing to give up to do that thing? When I first started I call it my real business, I gave up my job, literally. And I had a baby, I had bad credit. And I was like, I'm going to follow this dream. And I did. And people thought I had lost my mind. I was working at Verizon. I was making good money. And they was like, you going to give up your dream? You going to give up your job? Are you nuts? And I did. I took a paper route, Chris. I actually slung papers at 3 o'clock in the morning. I would go pick my papers up from the paper depot and go to people's houses with my flashlight and put their papers on their front porch because I was so dedicated to the dream. Now I'm at the point in my life where I want to scale. And so I know I need to bring on people who are experts like Chris at doing the things that they do. I don't have time to learn SEO. If y'all could see this list that Chris sent me, I know that's a whole nother business by itself. I don't have time to learn all of that. I'm trying to learn how to manufacture beer right now. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, I would not be the master brewer. There's a master brewer who's walking me through what I need to understand so he can brew my beer, So you have to put people in place if you're trying to scale. And I know some of those numbers sound frightening, but here's the thing. You got to ask yourself, are you willing to give up vacation this year so you can get a good SEO plan in place? I'm just asking the question because I did that for years. I gave it all up because I was chasing my dream. And listen, I will do that to this day. So, Chris, I'm so excited you were here with me this morning. I know you're coming back next month, the first Tuesday of the month, but before then, where can people reach out to you?
Sure. So, anybody is welcome to get in touch with me direct. And one thing that I was going to say is to kind of piggyback on your great story. It is a lot of work, and technology is not going anywhere anytime soon. And it would be ridiculous for someone who's starting up or looking to scale to expect to learn everything that they need to know to do digital marketing. It's a lot of work, and if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to do a good job. You're not going to see it through, and you're going to get frustrated and because you felt like you failed, right? And that and I've been in the same shoes that you walked in, to get this thing started. I left a really great high paying job, and because I felt like this was my calling, and all that to say, don't let the numbers scare you that we talked about, for digital marketing, because I'm passionate about what I do and the services that I offer, and advice is always going to be free. So if somebody wants to reach out to me with questions on like how can I get my website to rank higher, I'm going to give you the play-by-play on what we can do or what they can do themselves to help get started on the right foot, even if they can't afford services at that time. I'm never going to shut the door on somebody and say, oh, you can't afford the invoice, so I can't help you. Like I say, our motto here is we're always happy to help, and that's one thing that I really pride myself on, So if anybody wants to get in touch, to talk about SEO or paid search or email marketing or conversion optimization, selling on Amazon, any of these things, they can reach out to me direct. They can reach me at Chris, CHRIS, at theconversionmill.com, or they can go to the website and check out all the resources that we have there, which is just simply theconversionmill.com. And and don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call or email. Send a carrier pigeon, whatever they got to do to get in touch and get their questions answered. Because without a good person on your team to help you navigate all this kind of stuff, it's scary.
It is.
Because there's so much that can be done, and there's so much questionable or bad information out there online on how to get how to improve your rankings or improve your conversion rate or optimize your ad campaigns and things like that. So, like I say, we're always here to help. I always look forward to anybody that has questions about how to get more traffic to their website, how to get more feet through the door. I love those conversations, and I love seeing businesses succeed. What we do isn't easy, whether it's selling ice cream or digital marketing services or anything in between. Running a business is not easy. It's always great to have a good team backing you up, and if all we do for people who call in is give them advice on first steps, then I'm happy with that. I just want to see people succeed at what they love.
Nice. Listen, I'm going to be calling you because I am, and listen, he said there's a lot of stuff out there that you can do. There's a lot of stuff out there that you can do bad. Trust me, I've done a lot of it. So I can tell you that right off the gate. But I will be calling to set up my consultation because I really do want to put a plan in place, moving Good Morning Gwinnett to the next level. I have really big goals. That's why I'm launching this whole beer thing, and that's exciting though. That launching a product is exciting. So I'm doing that, but I'm gonna shoot you an email, Chris. And I don't know what your schedule is like next Wednesday. I gotta go to Jersey and freeze for a couple of days, and then I'll be back. But next Wednesday, I'm gonna see if you're available next Wednesday, so I can. Are you still at Paradigm?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm gonna send you a message, an email shortly, so we can sit down and talk about what I need to a budget for what I need to do, and so you guys can help me because I'm so serious about scaling this business, y'all, till it keeps me up at night. And when it keeps you up at night, you're on to something. You're on to something. I got a headache right now because I was up half the night thinking. I thought I was asleep, but I was actually thinking. But thank you so much for being my guest, and I look so forward to talking to you next month and bringing you back so people can get to hear more about what they need to be doing in the digital marketing space to grow their business. And so thank you so much for just sharing so much great information. Listen, guys, he gave you 4 steps to get started. You can get started on your own. Google My Business, Bing Places for Business, on your Facebook page, your Facebook business page. If all that sounds overwhelming to you, just call Chris. You see, he said listen, we're here to help everybody, he said. That includes you. Don't try to do it all by yourself. It's hard. And you could be doing something else that you really love versus trying to figure out how the algorithm is looking at a link. I'm just trying to help you. Well, That's all.
I think you nailed it. You said it a whole lot more concise and I think better than I did.
So look, Chris, I got to go. I'm going to go to my last song, and then I'll be back to give you my word of inspiration for today. But thank you again, Chris. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks for having me. I'm really looking forward to doing this each month. I think Tech Tuesday is going to be a lot of fun for us and hopefully help a lot of people out there in Gwinnett.
I agree. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to my last song. I'll be right back after this song to give you my word of inspiration for today, so stay tuned.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. The fuck's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this place. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would. And like all of you, I know that I'm obvious, fuck it, I'm made this way. But why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? The only one that's left in the rain. The only one that's left in the Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Ooh. Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy to you, don't it? Why am I the only one who's left in the rain?
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go on and give you my word of inspiration, here it goes. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. Let me say that again. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. Anatoly France said that, and he was absolutely right. Listen, you got to be able to, if you want to accomplish anything great, you got to be able to act. You got to be able to dream. You got to be able to plan, but you must, above all else, believe. You have to believe. Like, you can act, you can plan, you can dream, but if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. You can make all the notes, you can build all the websites, you can go running every day, but if you don't believe that, what that thing, believe in that thing that you're trying to accomplish, that it can happen, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, like I'm telling you. I look at all the things I've done, right? The things that I truly, truly, truly believed in are sitting in front of my face. I truly believed in that doll. I brought it to life, Georgette and I truly wanted to write the books. They're written, right? But there are other things that I say I want to do. There are things that I say I want to do, and I write them out, and I make plans, I do to-do lists, and nothing happens. You know why? Because one, I'm not probably very passionate about it, and two, I truly don't believe in it. See, I had to learn that. I had to look at where I was and say, okay, why is this not happening for you? Oh, because you truly don't believe in it, right? And that happens a lot to a lot of people, and they want to know why they're not moving. You're not moving because, yes, you put the action in place. Yes, you're doing all these things. You're going to the networking events, but do you really believe in it? Like, really? Because you're doing a lot of stuff, but nothing is happening. It's probably because you really don't believe in it, because once you believe in it, you start to do all the right things. A lot of times you're just doing a lot of stuff, but is that stuff the right stuff? You know what I'm saying? So to accomplish anything great, you must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe. Listen, I want to thank Chris Hood for joining me today, Tech Talk Tuesday. I'm excited about that. That is a new segment on the Good Morning Gwinnett show. And I did not get to the news, but I promise you I'll bring you some news tomorrow. I want to have a show that empowers. I want to have a show that is the essence of who I am. I am a giver. I'm that person that want to empower and inspire you to live your best life, doing the things that you absolutely, absolutely love. The things that make you get out of bed every day, like Good Morning Gwinnett does for me. I want you to feel that. It feels good. That you want to make it better. You know, I can make Good Morning Gwinnett better. There are a lot of business owners who listen to this show. There are a lot of business owners who have been on this show. And so I know some of the struggles they have. So to be able to bring an expert on to talk about SEO and digital marketing, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. And yes, I will be giving you some news on Tuesdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. You may not get a whole, and on Tuesdays I'm here, you're going to get news. On the Tech Talk Tuesday, chances are you're not going to get any news. You're going to get all tech talk. But that's okay. Talk Business Tuesday, when it's just me, I'll give you the news first and we'll talk business afterwards. But when Chris come on, as you can see, we're going to be talking tech for the whole 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or maybe a little bit longer. So I want to thank Chris Hood again from Conversion Mills for being my co-host on Talk Tech Tuesdays. I'm looking forward to next month Talk Tech Tuesday because I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about. Because I tell y'all, the list he sent me was crazy. I'm like, okay, seriously, we're not going to get to all this in a one conversation. This is a 52-week. We need 52 months to get it through all this stuff. But we want to break it down so you understand it. One of the things about anything about digital marketing and business, when people break it down to you, you get to understand it better. I was talking to my uncle this morning, then I'm going to go. I was talking to my uncle this morning, and I was explaining something to him. And he said to me, did you explain it to the person like that? Because I guess I explained. And I was like, no, and I'm not going to, because here's the thing. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm not going to go back and explain it again. And that's not me being mean. That's the person not thinking. They're not thinking, right? And even though I've said what I had to say, they're still not thinking. And I don't know if it's they're not thinking, they just don't want to do it. And that's cool. That's your thing. So I explained something to him, and he was like, well, did you call her and explain that to her? And I was like, no, and I'm not going to, you know. So anyway, I shared all that to say, listen, dream big dreams. Thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world just in the last hour and 13 minutes with me, and I appreciate you and love you to life for that. You know, I love this show, and I love coming to you, and I'm looking forward to bringing you better guests, more guests, not better guests, more great guests. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, we're going to talk about good stuff that's going to inspire you. So if you're in Gwinnett County, or if you're in China, if you're in Japan right now, or you're in Jersey, I want you to be able to listen to the show and get something that's going to help you or the people that you love have a better life and empower you. I love you guys for listening. You could have been anywhere, but you spent it with me. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. And follow me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett. Also, go to Apple Podcasts. Find your favorite two episodes, and give it 5 stars. You can also download the app from the App Store. Whether you got an Android or Apple phone, we got a Good Morning Gwinnett app for that. So be sure to download the app from the App Stores. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Listen, stay safe out there. Hug the people you love and tell them you love them. And until next time, y'all, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.